Hey, it's Isomkingdom, and it is time to play some games. I'm back with some more Pokemon Go PvP, and today we're going to be looking at my matches from my weighted Forest Cup. This is a 4-round tournament. We're going to be looking at all 4 rounds, so if you're excited, go ahead and drop a like down below. It helps me out a ton. And without any further ado, let's get right into round 1. Alright, so round 1, we're going to be starting off against Angeliner, and we're going to lead with Ferrothorn into Azumarill. Fantastic matchup for us. We're just going to be going straight for those power whips, and we're going to get off several of them because of how quickly Bullet Seed is able to charge up. So he's going to take that first one and throw a charge move. I'm fine taking whatever it is. It's going to be an Ice Beam. It's still going to do an okay amount, but it's going to be neutral, where our power-ups here are going to be super effective. So he's either going to have to shield here or just lose his Azumarill, and he's going to let his Azumarill go down, bring in Breloom, and we're going to bring in Mantine, which is going to be able to deal tons of damage with Wing Attack here. He's going to get off a Seed Bomb, which we're okay with since it's neutral, and he's going to swap in Galvantula, which is going to be terrible for us, but we have enough energy built up so that we can go for a Bubble Beam, so to drop Galvantula's attack, and we do get the shield on that. So we're able to come in with Ferrothorn here. We're going to save that Blaziken in the back for Breloom, since Breloom has a fantastic matchup against Ferrothorn here. So we're going to burn a shield just to make sure we can get to Flash Cannon, which is going to leave all shields down on the opponent's side of the field, and I'm okay letting Ferrothorn go down, and it doesn't get taken out there, so we're going to go ahead and swap. He brings in Breloom right on the charge move, so we are going to take out Breloom with our Blaze Kick, and then we have a shield for whatever charge move this is. It's going to be Discharge, and we are able to counter down. So GG's in that first match. And then let's get into match 2. We're going to start off with Blaziken into Breloom, which is fantastic for us. We're just going to go straight for the Blaze Kick. Both of us are doing heavy damage with counter, and even though we're going to resist this Seed Bomb, I'm still going to shield because it would have taken us out, because Blaziken is just so glassy. And then Blaze Kick is also going to draw a shield from our opponent, but we were able to deal more damage with counter. He's able to come in with Mantine, but since we have switch advantage, we can come in with Ferrothorn and just go for those power whips. And Bubble Beam is going to lower our attack, but not do much damage, and we still have a swap available. But I don't like this swap, because Galvantula would be doing massive damage to our Mantine. So I'm just going to have to deal with the lowered attack on Ferrothorn. And hopefully we can bring in our own Mantine to finish off his Mantine with the shield advantage there. And so we are going to shield this in hopes that we can get this Galvantula taken care of, and we are able to just barely miss the Flash Cannon there. I believe I over-tapped there, which is not good, and we are just going to get chunked away and get the charge move, have the charge wave hit us here. So really not a great matchup, Mantine into electric types, but so that was really just unfortunate. But we're going to hop into the last round. We're going to have a Mantine Mirror matchup. And we're both going to be going for those wing attacks. I get off the Bubble Beam first, which is going to lower his attack by 1 stage. And he's going to also throw a Bubble Beam here. So we're just going to be not doing very much damage at all. And so we're going to be here for a while. But we are going to just go straight for those Bubble Beams, and he is going to throw an attack here, and it is another Bubble Beam. He charged up a little bit more energy than needed for a Bubble Beam. Probably was going for a shield there, but I would have been fine with how debuffed he is right now. So we're just going to keep going for those bubble beams. And this time he throws an aerial ace, which does very little damage. And we're okay with that because we just want to get him to -4 attack, which is the lowest you can get to. And then we're going to start going for aerial ace. So even though he throws an aerial ace here, it's not going to do very much to us. And we can go for our own aerial ace. And since I believe at this point we're only debuffed 3 times, we were able to take him out since we were able to outpace on damage. So we were able to barely win switch advantage there. And we were able to match this Breloom with our Blaziken here. They're slightly ahead on energy, but we do have a shield, and we know we win with counter damage. So I am getting ready just in case he decides to swap. And I tried to get off that Blaze Kick before I went down, but it is completely okay. We've already seen this Galvantula's moves. We know it does not have Energy Ball, so there is not much that it can do to us here. Quagsire is just so good. You're going to see throughout this video, this is my favorite Pokemon to use this cup. And so we're just going to be able to spam either one of our moves very quickly to take this Galvantula out. But Stone Edge is going to be able to do a fantastic job. We do a great job shielding that Bug Buzz there. And then that Stone Edge is going to finish off round 1. So GG's there. And let's move on to round 2. So round 2, we're going to be against Mr. Peters. And we're going to start off with Mantine into a Meganium. So this is a great matchup for us. Even though we are a water type, we are also a flying type. So we were able to take it out. He does get off the Frenzy Plant before we can get off our Bubble Beam there, which is not ideal, but we can just shield that. And now every single attack that he does after this is going to be less powerful since he has been debuffed. He does shield the very first charge attack, which ends up being a Bubble Beam. So that was unfortunate. And then that Frenzy Plant doesn't do a whole lot of damage there. So we're going to throw an Aerial Ace, and he doesn't shield, and we are able to take out Meganium with a decent amount of health and energy. And we're able to just go straight for the Bubble Beam on this Azumarill. What we're going to do is try to get Azumarill as low as possible. Not going to want to switch because then we give up switch advantage. And that is a crucial mistake in this cup, to give up switch advantage. So we're able to come in with Quagsire, which normally wins in this matchup in even shields, but even more so due to the reduced attack on Azumarill from that Bubble Beam. So we're going to get off a Stone Edge. He's going to throw a Play Rough, and we're going to go straight for another Stone Edge. This will either take out Azumarill or get his last shield, and it does get his last shield. So I'm comfortable shielding whatever this next attack is, and that's what I do. Just keep up that switch advantage, which I guess at this point doesn't matter a ton, but we need to get this Azumarill out of here because we do have Blaziken in the back. And we see Sunny Cast form in the back, which we can deal massive damage to. And then when we bring in Blaziken, we can also do massive damage to. So we're just going to bring in Blaziken on that Weather Ball charge move to soak that damage and just punch it a few times, and it's gone. GG is there. And let's hop into the next round. So we're going to start off Blaziken into Jumpluff. Now Blaziken is a fire type, but Jumpluff is going to be able to outpace it and get off Aerial Ace after Aerial Ace, and it's just not going to be good. So we're going to bring in Ampharos, which is going to be able to keep up and deal massive damage with these Thunder Punches, even though they are neutral. So we're going to tank that Energy Ball, knowing that he can't take us out with Bullet Seeds alone, and he is going to have to throw another charge move. So we're going to shield. It's going to be an Energy Ball, and we are able to get off even more Thunder Punches here to get this Jumpluff very low, and we're barely able to get to the last Thunder Punch here, which is going to take it out. And he comes in with Typhlosion. So we have great matchups against Typhlosion here, but we're going to come in with Mantine. He comes in with Ampharos, but we have Blaziken here. We have the shield advantage, so we're able to shield this Thunder Punch and get to Blaze Kick, which is going to take out Ampharos here. Or at least get it very low, and then a couple more counters will take it out, give us some energy. And then Typhlosion, we have Mantine in the back for it, but we're just going to go for that Blast Burn, and you're going to see how destructive Blast Burn is. Even though it is resisted, it is going to absolutely delete that Typhlosion. So GG's there, and let's go into the third match here of round 2. We're going to lead with Quagsire into Azumarill. So another great matchup here. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a great matchup, but it's still winnable for Quag here. We're going to go straight for those Stone Edges, and he is going to go for his own charge move here. It's going to be an Ice Beam, but we are okay with that since it is neutral, and we are going to just go straight for another Stone Edge, which is going to be blocked here. So I'm comfortable blocking here as well, so that we can keep up this switch advantage here. And then we're going to land this Stone Edge, which gets Azumarill very low, and we have to decide, do we want that shield or that switch advantage? So we weren't able to take it out. I decide to get some energy on Mantine, and because I felt that that was a better use. But it turns out that Blaziken has a fantastic matchup here. But I need Blaziken for the Ampharos, because Blaziken, well, Mantine is not going to be able to take out Ampharos here. So we need to be able to outpace this, and we do get to the Blaze Kick here, which is able to take it out. But we are down shields and behind on energy, so this Thunder Punch from Ampharos is going to take us out. So even though it was not the best play to have a Meganium in on the Blaziken, it was the correct play there, because my opponent needed to save Ampharos for Mantine. So that was a great example of, even though switching in a grass type on a fire type doesn't sound like the best idea, it ended up being perfect. So GG's there. We're going to hop into round 3 against Irish Lunatic here. And we have Ferrothorn into Jumpluff. This is fantastic for us. We have the superior steel typing, and we're just going to go straight for those flash cannons. And because we are dealing neutral damage, but flash cannon is going to be much more powerful than an aerial ace. And as you'll see there, it just barely does anything, and that flash cannon got a shield. So we're just going to tank these aerial aces, knowing that we can deal massive damage with that flash cannon, and we are still up a shield. We're going to let this aerial ace go through. Getting low in health, but that is completely fine, because Bullet Seed is not going to be able to take us out, but we are able to get it so low that we can just take it out with Bullet Seed. So we have switch advantage, we have the shield advantage, everything's looking great, and he brings in Mantine, which is a great matchup for us. We can just go straight for those Power Whips. They are neutral, but it's going to get the last shield. So we are now up 2 shields to 0, and I decide not to shield this, so that we can come in with Ampharos, which can just destroy this. And then here comes Stunfisk, but we are going to go in on this Focus Blast, and then swap on, not quite before the charge move, so we do have to shield so we don't take this Mud Bomb. It would have been better for me to just swap out into Quagsire earlier, but I was feeling overconfident with the shield advantage that I had. So we're going to go straight for Earthquake because Stone Edge would have been resisted. It probably would have taken it out from that range, but I just wanted to be sure since Earthquake isn't that much more energy than a Stone Edge. So we're going to take this Bubble Beam, but that is completely okay. We do have Ampharos in the back, and we're going to be able to deal super effective damage with Stone Edge. Even though we have been debuffed, it does not do very much. We're going to save that shield for Ampharos, and we're going to swap in Ampharos to be able to take out Mantine at the end. So GG's there. And then in match 2 of round 3 here, we get a fantastic lead. We are going to be able to deal massive damage, and we swap out into Quagsire because we are going to resist Thunder Punch with Ferrothorn, but Focus Blast is going to be able to hit very hard. So that is not a matchup we want to stay in, but we do shield there. If we shielded a Thunder Punch, that would have been very bad for us, but since we shielded the Focus Blast, it's looked very good. We are not going to shield, and it is a Thunder Punch, not going to be doing much to us, and we are going to get off the Stone Edge. Even though Earthquake is the super effective move, Ampharos just is glassy, and we would be able to take it out with a Stone Edge, as you can see here. And there we go, it's obliterated. And he comes in with Jump Bluff. So Jump Bluff is going to be dealing super effective damage. Doubly super effective since we are a Mud Boy, but Stone Edge just hits so hard, so I was okay staying in that matchup, especially since we have Ampharos in the back. We're able to charge up to a Thunder Punch, and I'm fine with whatever this is, even though it's an energy ball, and it's going to take me below half. I know he has Stun Fisk in the back, and I'm not going to be able to do much to Stun Fisk. He does swap it in on the charge move, which was incredible, but we are going to just be able to swap in Ferrothorn there, and I hit it with a Power Whip to deal critical damage. This Mud Bomb isn't going to be doing much to us, and we can just farm this thing down with Bullet Seed here, because it is not going to be able to do much to us. It is going to get us pretty low, but all we need is just one Flash Cannon, and so I am okay shielding here, because this Mud Bomb is going to deal more than an Aerial Ace from the Jump Bluff would, but we're going to get off this Flash Cannon right away and take this round. So we're going to jump into the third match here. And in this third match, we lead Mantine, he leads Ampharos, the worst possible matchup we could have asked for. We come in with Blaziken here, and go straight for the Blaze Kick. And this is going to end up being shielded, and he is just going to keep charging up energy. And interestingly, he hasn't swapped yet, because you'd think he would want to preserve Ampharos for the Mantine matchup, but we're able to get off this Blaze Kick and take out Ampharos. So I'm thinking, okay, Mantine is going to have a pretty easy matchup here. And so I come in with Mantine into Blaziken. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I can tank this charge move. Nope, it's a Stone Edge. And that's gonna hurt. He used an Elite TM on his Blaziken there to get that Stone Edge. I was thinking, okay, he didn't use the Elite TM. But we were still able to take it out, and we wouldn't have done much to this Ferrothorn anyway. But Quagsire into Ferrothorn it's disgusting. It's not a good matchup for us. This Power Whip is going to charge up so quickly. We're going to go for the last Hail Mary Earthquake. He does have a shield, but he is not going to shield. He knows he's got this in the bag. And yeah, that was probably the most disrespected I've ever been in PvP. He could have just shielded that and it would have been a win either way, but it doesn't matter. GG's to Irish there. We're going to hop into the final round against Varios here. We're going to have a terrible lead matchup for us. We're going to swap in Ferrothorn, but he is going to be a little bit late on the switch, and so we are able to get off the Power Whip. So he's going to shield and swap out into his own Ferrothorn, and this is not the greatest matchup for us, but since we do have the shield advantage, I am completely okay with this mirror. So we're just going to be going straight for flash cannons. They are single resisted, but that's better than Power Whip, which is double resisted by both steel and grass type. But since he was so late on the swap, we were able to get our switch clock back up before he was, and we were able to come back in with Blaziken and take it out and preserve our Ferrothorn for the Quagsire in the back. So we're going to just go straight for these Blaze Kicks, get this last shield. We're taking massive damage from Confusion here, and he swaps in Quagsire on the Blaze Kick, which is going to tank that very well. He is using his energy right here. It would have been better to just fast attack us down, but now we can come in with Ferrothorn and just take this out. We are going to have to shield because an Earthquake would take us out at this range, but we were able to get off the Power Whip and absolutely delete this Quagsire. And then he has Wormadam here, and we can take this barely and then come in with Ampharos, and Ampharos is going to be able to destroy this thing with Thunder Punch. I overtapped there, but it doesn't really end up mattering here because we're able to finish it off there. So GG's there. Even though we lost switch advantage, we were able to fight our way back. So let's hop into match 2. We get the best lead we could probably get. So many good leads in this cup because it is so rock, paper, scissors-y, but that was a fantastic lead for us, dealing so much damage, but we do have to shield this Bug Buzz. But we were able to deal massive damage with Stone Edge. It is going to get a shield from him, and we are going to get to the charge move before Wormadam is able to get there. So we were able to deal tons of damage with that Stone Edge, and even though this charge move is going to hurt, we do have to shield here, and so we are down 1 shield, and we were able to get off the Stone Edge. So we have matched shields now, and we're going to see if he can make it to the charge move in time, and he doesn't, so we're able to get off Stone Edge and finish off Wormadam here before it can take out our Quagsire. We are both down all our shields, but we do have switch advantage. He's going to come in with his own Quagsire. I'm completely okay with that because I still have a Power Whip charged up. We're able to immediately come in, throw that Power Whip, get that Quagsire out of here, and immediately swap into our own Blaziken when his Blaziken shows up. He is going to get off a charge move right here, and it is going to deal a ton of damage even though we are going to resist it, and we are able to take his out there. And so that's GG's there. We're going to hop into the third match, and we'll see how that goes. We're going to lead Quagsire into Azumarill. So not as hard of a counter as the last 2 matches, but still an interesting match here. And we're going to go for that Stone Edge and deal some decent damage there. We are going to decide to shield. It turns out to be an Ice Beam. It would have been better to shield a Play Rough, but it doesn't. And it ends up being about pretty similar. So we get his shield with that Stone Edge, and he goes for an Ice Beam here. And we are going to go straight for the Earthquake, knowing that a Stone Edge would not take him out, but he's already invested a shield, so he's not likely to shield, thinking that it's a Stone Edge, and that's exactly what happens. He's able to Bullet Seed us down with Ferrothorn. We're able to come in with Blaziken and he swaps on the charge move, but into Galvantula, which is a bug type, which is going to be taking tons of damage. We swap in our Ferrothorn, just so we can preserve that Blaziken on his Ferrothorn. And we are up a shield, we have switch advantage, things are looking perfect, and we are able to go for the Flash Cannon here. And even though it's not very effective, Galvantula is just not very tanky, so we are able to finish it off with a Power Whip here. And then we have Galvantula versus Galvantula. We are at a similar place on shields. I do overtap there, but I am completely fine with that because I have a Blaziken in the back, and we're able to just Bullet Seed down there. And so that was GG's right there. And that was our 4th win in this 4-round tournament, which means we swept it 4-0. This was a fun tournament. I had a great time. And definitely my favorite has got to be Quagsire with that Stone Edge. It has the fire types on lock, it has the electric types on lock, and it can even fight back against the flying types like Jumpluff and Manti with that Stone Edge. And you just gotta really keep it away from those grass types. That's why I backed up Quagsire with several other Pokemon that can deal with those grass types. Like Ampharos doesn't sound like a grass type killer, but you have the Focus Blast in there to deal with Ferrothorn. You have my own Ferrothorn, which has that steel typing, which is going to help it win against so many other grass types. And Mantine is there, which can't beat all the grass types, but it has fantastic matchups against Meganium and several other grass types due to its flying typing. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like down below. Helps me out a ton, and subscribe to this channel for more PvP content in Pokemon Go. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you later. Bye!